Well, good morning from a beautiful blue sky day here in Motueka, and thanks for tuning back in. We came over here a couple of days ago from Takaka, so we came back over the Takaka hill to Motueka, and we're planning on staying here just for about 3 or 4 nights, and then we're going to move on and carry on sort of our way towards Blenheim. But yeah, I just thought I'd take a bit of time to show you the NZMCA camp here where we're staying and what's in the area. So we'll go for a bit of a wander. And so just on the entrance to the camp here, there's the Motueka Community Gardens, and often you'll see volunteers down here gardening and keeping it looking all nice and tidy, which is really cool. And I think there's also some private lots on the back there as well, but certainly some nice looking veggies going in there. But we'll go down to, I'll take you down to there's a bike track or a BMX track or something just over here as well. So we'll go and have a look at that, just in case you are here travelling with grandkids or young kids. There's certainly plenty for them to do in this area. And so if you follow this track here all the way down, this is Old Wharf Road that I'm on here. If you carry on down that way, you'll get to where the estuary is, and you can turn right and go along to where the saltwater pools are down that way. And if you go the opposite way down here to the roundabout, turn right, and about 1 kilometre down there you're on the main street of town. So it's a super handy spot. And there's also the Caltex service stations along there, and they do $40 gas bottle refills there as well. So I'm not really sure what track that's about, because it's not really what you'd call a BMX track much, is it? It hasn't got any jumps or anything in it. See what the sign says. Ah, kids go-kart track. Oh wow. Or you can take your mini motorbikes on there. Oh, interesting. Wow. That guy's good.
Oh, way better. Still pulled out too much, right?
Very cool.
But better.
Yeah, and so you've got the skateboard park down here, and more of a pump track and thing over here. So it's quite a big area. So certainly good if you've got kids with bikes to bring them down here. Yeah, so we're not really ones for planning out a whole lot ahead of us. We generally try and sort of wing it and find sort of places as we go along. But I guess it's probably getting to that point where we need to think about whether we're going to cross back to the North Island or or carry on and maybe do another loop of the South Island, which I'd love to do. But at the same time, we've got family back in the North Island that we haven't seen for quite some time, so sorry about all the cars going past. It's a bit noisy. So yeah, we've got to make those decisions pretty soon, I think. If you're wanting to take a longer shower while you're staying here, there's the Motueka Recreation Centre across the road there, and you can, I think it's $5, and you can take a shower over there as well if you're wanting a longer one. And also right next to the camp is the Inlet walkway. It's a cycleway as well, and I'll take you for a ride along there shortly and show you where that goes. It's a really nice little ride there actually, and there's also a gate actually off the camp itself, which goes on to this track. So if you are staying in the camp, you can just go through that little side gate and it takes you onto the track further around there. Morning. Oh, also something to note, if you're coming in here with a motorhome with a long overhang, just be a little bit aware of that. It is quite steep, and you can see there's been a lot of scrapes there, so just something to bear in mind. Coming nice and slow. I'll take you down and show you the camp. It is quite wet at the moment. They've obviously had the same band of rain that we had over in Takaka, and it has made it quite muddy, unfortunately. But yeah, some nice looking veggies going on there. Yeah, so we actually stayed in here about 3 years ago, last time we were in Motueka, and it was a totally different scene then, because it was, I can't remember actually, it must have been summer actually when we were here last, but it certainly wasn't muddy like it is now. Not too bad at this end. But yeah, they've got the check-in kiosk just over here, and the rubbish bins and things, rubbish and recycling, just over there. I'll take you around and show you. And there's the side gate there I was talking about, which goes straight out onto the track, onto the walkway. So nice and handy for the camp. And yeah, we've got our spot over here. But you can see that it does get churned up a bit in here, so something to bear in mind. If there's been quite a bit of bad weather, it will no doubt be quite muddy. But yeah, anyway, I'll finish my cup of coffee and I'll take you for a bike ride down the track here, which goes next to the camp. Unfortunately it's low tide at the moment, so I can't show you a really nice looking estuary rather a very ugly one. Never mind, can't have it perfect all the time, can you? Yes, and so this brings us out to the road here, which runs parallel to Old Wharf Road that the camp's on, and this goes straight down to the marina down the end here, and where the fishing wharf and that is too. And there's a cycleway that runs down the side here, so yeah, it's quite a nice little spot to come for a walk down here in the morning, to take the dog for a walk, or go for a bit of a bike ride. So that's the way we came, up that way. I'll take you this other way and show you. There's actually little tracks that go all over the place through here, so it's a really nice place to come for a walk. And that's the gate that goes through to the camp, just there. Well, as you can see, we've moved on from our last place, which was in Motueka, and we came through yesterday to back here on Nelson, and we're staying back where we were at the Harness Racing Club in Richmond, just outside of Nelson. And yeah, seeing it's such a nice day today, although a little bit windy, so I hope this is coming out alright on the microphone. We thought we might go into Nelson and have a bit of a look around the town, and maybe go out to the Founders Heritage Park, I think it's called. It looks like quite an interesting place to go to, and we did actually go there I think 3 years ago when we were here, but it'd be nice to go back there and have a look around. From memory, it was really interesting, with lots of old buildings and vintage machinery and things to have a look at. So yeah, I think it'll be a fun day. So they've done a great job with the park here, and basically the Founders Heritage Park is a replica historic village of Nelson's early days, so sort of from the 1880s to the 1930s. But they've certainly done a great job of it. I believe some of the buildings here, and I think the church is one of them, that was actually moved out here from Nelson itself. But some of the other buildings were built as replicas, just to sort of show you what it was like back in that era. But they've certainly done a great job of it with the veranda fronts down in the front of the shops and in the streets. It really is quite a nice place to have a look around. Oh, well, that was really interesting. You could certainly spend quite a bit of time in there having a good look around. They've done a really great job of forming all the streets and restoring some of the beautiful old buildings, or I think some of them are replicas and some of them are moved from Nelson out to here. But definitely well worth going there if you are in the area. Probably the only thing I would suggest is to go there on a weekend, because a lot of the buildings were closed today, and the train only runs on a weekend, and there's a big barn out the back there that has a whole lot of old vintage machinery in it from memory, and that was also closed today, so we didn't get to see that, but never mind, it was still well worth going and having a look at. Happy but starting to limp, eh? That's no good, is it? And so I should have probably filmed as we went into the Founders Historical Park from Richmond, because there's a cycleway that runs all the way along the edge there of the harbour, and so if you were staying out at Richmond, it would be a good way to get into town if you were keen on a bit of cycling, or had a electric bike or something. There is that pathway all the way along, and it follows the harbour pretty much all the way into town, so certainly at high tide it looks absolutely beautiful looking across the harbour there, but when we went in it was low tide anyway, so it probably wouldn't have made great footage, and I didn't really fancy hanging on to the camera while I was trying to drive amongst all the traffic, so so you'll just have to find that one out for yourself, I'm afraid. And so I'll probably leave this one here, guys. We didn't really film a lot around Nelson. We did have a bit of bad weather while we were there, and it was quite windy some days, so it wouldn't have been that great for filming. We do have a couple of videos of Nelson the last time we came through, and so we'll put those in the description below, and you can check out those videos if you want to see a bit more of Nelson itself. Yeah, and so we also have made a decision on what we're going to be doing, and so we have decided that we're going to be crossing back to the North Island in a couple of days' time, and so what I might do is take a break for a week while we catch up with family in Wellington, and then we'll carry on with the filming as we look at different parkover properties and camping spots as we head up the North Island. So yeah, I'll probably leave this one here. Hope you're all well. Please give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the content, and subscribe to the channel would be much appreciated, and it really does help us with the algorithm. We have noticed that probably 80% of our viewers on the channel haven't subscribed to the channel, which is a bit disappointing, but yeah, do think about doing that. It would be much appreciated, and until the next one, we will see you later. See ya.